Hey guys, how is everybody? Oh, you got your package today? Yay, Lisa! No face today, guys. I am feeling all out of sorts. Really, I'm just tired and yeah, all of that. I don't know how I lose my Instagram live like every time, but here I am. Nope, I don't know where it is. If I'm even live on Instagram. It says I am, but I don't see it. So every time, this is what I do. Okay. All right. Y'all are my people. Hi, Amanda. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Lori. Hi, Ro. Hi, Ange. Look at all y'all coming in here. Oh, my goodness. Okay. I have been a busy little beaver. So I did hi, Sylvia. I did like a reel or a quick thing. I've done it before. I've done a video on it before, but making paper using napkins. So this is a napkin and it is now paper. Steph, when you get a chance, can you send me my tracking? It hasn't showed it. Yeah, I can do that. So anyway, I made some napkins and also tissue paper. So you know the Tim Holtz tissue paper. What is it actually called? Collage paper, but it feels like tissue paper. I made that into regular paper, and so I worked on that today, and amongst other things. And now I'm going to clear this off my desk. Ooh, I did this tissue paper. So if you got the sewing box, this tissue paper came in it, and I adhered it to the wax. No, the oh my gosh, what is that called? Freezer paper. And now this tissue paper is paper, which is amazing to use inside of journals. So check out the reel. It's on, I think it even posted in the group. So I have this one and I have this one that I may or may not use tonight. I have done some stuff. So I'm working on my fall journal and I have added some things. Oh, I need to move this out. I have added some things to it. That's why I didn't sew in my signatures because I really thought I see all this stuff on my desk. I really thought that I wanted to add a few items and I wasn't sure. So thank you. So this is another one I did. This is a napkin, made it into paper, and then I decided to sew it. And then I took I don't know if it was a handkerchief or what it was. I think it actually was like one of those doilies because it was pretty long, as you can see. And I sewed it onto a piece of cardstock and made pockets. So this is a pocket and that's a pocket. So this is going to go in a signature. This is going to go in a signature. And then I want to do some wraparound pockets that get sewn in. Hi, Krista. So those are some of the things. That's why I didn't sew my signatures in because I wanted to make sure that I had everything together before I did that. Let's look at. So I know this one is going to be a wraparound pocket. Because I think sometimes I make my signatures, but ideas come to me like after the fact. And I'm learning to just kind of slow down a bit and not just sew everything in immediately because I regret it because I'm like, oh man, I should have, or oh, this would have been so cool. So I just, take a beat. Okay, this one I think I'm gonna put that there, and I'm going to make the thicker one in the back. So where are we going to put this lovely back here? Oh, yeah, attach that. because of its size, I think I want to do it there. Yes, perfect. And then I need to figure out where I want this as a wraparound pocket. A lot of times people do a wraparound pocket this way. Absolutely nothing wrong with that at all. I just noticed that it's harder to, like, if you glue it here and here, it shrinks up the amount of space you have. So I wanted to do it this way. I'm just trying to figure out where I want to do it. I think I'm going to do it on this page. So I'm going to, because it's going to get sewn in, right? So once it's sewn in, then I don't have to worry about it. It'll just give me more space, I think. And I do want to trim this off. So I'm going to do that real fast. Doing pretty good. Oh. All right. So let me do this. I was trying to catch up to comments because I am terrible about missing comments. I'm going to see if I'm strong enough to do two, like this page tore in half. I did it. Yay. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I want a notch, and then we're going to ink up the edges. So we all know that I love my whale tail for notches. Hi, Lena. All right. We have a notch and some ink. Now, I've been using Rusty Hinge in this book because it really matches the orangey browns. So it very much gives me the fall vibes. I know we're not going to see this per se, but I am still going to do a little inking because you never know what might filter through. All right, so this one, good to go. And I will glue it after it is sewn in. So that's going there, and there we have it. Okay, so we have this all together. This one's good to go. So I'm going to move it out of the way. And let me get this one. So I have this extra sheet, and where, oh, where? How about right here? Oh, this is pretty white. I wonder what I should do about that. Anybody have any ideas on what to do about that? Maybe some stenciling or some stamping. How about some stamping? I mean, it's great journal space though, right? What to do? What to do? I think I am going to do stencils. I think I'm going to do stencils because you can journal over that, but it gives it gives it a words are hard. I don't want the tree. Now there's some flowers and leaves. Let's see, what else do I have? These are my really big ones. I use those for coffee dyeing paper. And they don't fit in here. This could look very fall, right? Not steampunk. No. I mean, that would be good on the edges, but no. Okay, I think I'm going to stick with the one this one. I just feel like it's the most fallish, or it can be the most fallish look. Okay, let me set those to the side. Stenciling, yes, do one side. So I'm going to do like that. I think Rusty Hinge, though, is going to be kind of dark. And don't do it on top of that, Stephanie, like a goofball. Well, you know what? Here goes nothing. Let's just see how much I can just clean off of this dauber. Because I don't want it super dark. Right? I mean, someplace, whatever. We're just doing it. We'll worry about the way it looks afterwards when it's too late to change it. And it doesn't help that I can't hold it down right. I know. I could have washi taped. I could have done a lot of things, but I'm not patient. Just like want to get this done. All right, that's good enough. I don't want to mess it up too much. Okay, that's not too bad. That is not too bad at all. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. But I think I need to change this out. I'm gonna put that with my Rusty Hinge. Let me get a clean one because I think too I could do a bit of like walnut stain around just here and there, right? Or maybe ground espresso. All right, let's see. Let's see how bad I can mess this up. Like just around the edges. It looks great in my head. Let's see what it looks like in reality. Okay, it just frames it out a little bit. Okay, I'm just going to leave it alone because I have a feeling if I do too much more to be like, no. Hi, Stacy. It has been a hot minute since I've seen you. How are you, darling? Okay, so now we have that. It's journalable. Goodness. But we can also, I'm going to add like pockets or whatever, belly bands, so it won't just be like that. Okay. This is the front. And where's the rest of my signature? Here we go. So there we have that. And then I need to do this wraparound pocket. And then we are going to go ahead and sew the signatures in. And then I can decorate. So I did make a belly band. I meant for the video to come out over the weekend and life. So it's coming out tomorrow, but y'all get to see the belly band early. And I used the brand new, I'm sorry, Stace. I'm using the brand new 2.0 envelope templates. So what are we working on? I'm working on my fall journal. I decided to do a tall skinny for my fall journal, and I'm adding a few things to it before I sew in these signatures. I have two Rusty Hinges, little daubers, because I forgot I had this one over there. And that is okay. Yeah, I have been creating quite a few things. So I'm also changing up when y'all get your emails. Just trying a different thing out. So you'll get an email tomorrow. So you'll get your freebies tomorrow. Melanie's writing, hello, newbie just subbed. I'm excited to have come. Oh, thank you, Melanie. I appreciate that. I'm just working on my fall journal, making a wraparound pocket that is going to get sewn in. All right. Why do I feel like something's not right? Oh, because that's a flip out. Okay. Oh, no. Flip. Go back to where you belong. There we go. All right. So we have that. All right. So my 2 signatures. So this is going to be a 2 signature journal. This one is the back. This is the top. Okay. And I'm going to kind of see what it's perfect. And I'm not going to worry about cleaning up the edges. I'm probably going to do lace and ribbon and all kinds of stuff. So I'm just not stressed over that at all. Put that back. I'm trying to put stuff up so I'm not creating on, a 1-inch square. Hi, Sharon. You're never late. Thank you, Lisa. See, even Lisa's like, you're never late. Okay, let me find my tall, skinny template. I think, nope, that's not it. And that's not it. That's it. My 2 signature tall, skinny template. All right. We have the all. All right. What color? I'm thinking this orangey color would be good. Who else is popping in? Don't forget to like the live and give it a thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, Allie. Oh, did I miss Carol? I did. Hi, Carol. Look at all y'all popping in here. Okay, so I'm thinking the orange one or the darker brown. So orange or brown? Vote. Go. I'm going to let y'all decide if it's orange or brown. And while y'all are doing that, I will find my needle. Is that it? Yes. Perfect. Where are we at? Orange. Oh, Stacy, you're outnumbered, darling. That's gonna be orange. Okay, and we know the drill. It's 3 times the length of your journal, give or take. I always do extra, because it just makes me feel better. Because I would rather have too much than not enough. All right, 1, 2, 3. There we go. Hi, Carrie. Carrie the Paper Monkey. Oh my gosh, I love that name, the Paper Monkey. That is awesome. Okay. Now, what I am going to do is, oh yeah, where is my, that is my mantra. Where is my, and what's funny is I hardly ever even finish the question. I'm just like, where is my, and my brain just shuts down and, all the things. So this is what I use to poke holes in my stuff. So this is all right. You know what? And I need to do something because I didn't do this the last time, and top and bottom. So there is a difference because it's not exact. So if I punch these holes in the top of the book, but then I put this in the signature the other way and punch holes, they don't line up. I have learned that the hard way. So this way I don't mess it up. Because I mean, I just made these. They're measured, kind of, sort of, you know, girl math. That is how I measured. Girl math. And we all know how that goes sometimes. So, alrighty. Now all I'm going to do is take my little awl and poke my holes. For me personally, I find doing it in styrofoam, it is so much easier than anything else. I know some people do it in like books. I tried it and I'm like, wait, is it going through? Is it enough? Couldn't tell. So I found that styrofoam works better for me. So if you feel the same way and you're like, man, how do I get that done? Styrofoam. Okay, you scooch over here and hopefully I don't create a craft lunch. All right, who else is in here? I have done that too, right? It's so like, oh man. And it took me a hot minute to figure out why it didn't line up. I could not figure it out. And then I was like, oh, well, girl math sucks. All right. Now I'm just going to take this one and put it in like so. My fancy clips. I'm just poking the holes. I like to keep it folded because it keeps things a bit tighter, I think. At least in my mind, it does. So that is why I do that. And I'm going to keep these together so that stays. And then I need more clips for the next one. All right, this one is the back one. And this is the front one. And yeah, I use my templates over and over and over again. And I admire people who can start poking holes and they're good with it. I can't even remember, that's not a note for me. Craft-a-lanch, my new favorite word. Did you just say craft-a-lanch? Yes. Yes, I will. No, it's not thick cardstock. It is, oh my gosh, what did I make this out of? It's not that thick. I made this out of the cardboard that was on the back of some 12 by 12 paper pads. That's what this is. And then I'll explain it to you in a minute. Let me poke holes because then I'll forget what I'm doing. So yeah, I've decided that a craft-a-lanch is when you have a bunch of crafting supplies and projects on your desk, and then you just keep stacking stuff on top of it, and eventually you have a craft-a-lanch. I mean, same concept as an avalanche, except it's all crafty stuff. Okay. All right, so I will go over the cover really quick. The cover I did on... No, I didn't do it on live. All right, so this is fabric and the cardboard from the back of a 12 by 12 paper pad. The panels on the inside are from my Whimsical Fall 12 by 12 paper pads that are on my website. So I have 12 by 12 paper pads that are double-sided, and this is part of that. And then this is just some ticking that I put down the center of it. And that is how I made that. And I'm always happy to answer questions, so don't be shy. And if I don't have the answer or know the answer or remember the answer, I have plenty of people in here who can help out. Now I have a word and an explanation for the mess. And like, right, there you go. A natural disaster. See, Allie's got it. I like to make my tall, skinny journals out of cereal boxes. We don't eat cereal. So, yeah, weird, I know, but we just don't eat cereal. So I use other means. All right, now y'all know the drill. Go in through the middle. Okay, you know what? I'm going to check this for a minute because y'all know I have sewn stuff in upside down before. Okay, no, we're all good. Yes, and on a live no less, so I really, double check it. All right. In through the middle. Yeah, I twist and turn. I don't know why it's such a challenge for me sometimes, but it is. Come on, right. Close enough, right there. And then through the bottom. But I have made, one of my favorite ways to make journal covers is using the bubble mailers from Amazon. I love a good soft journal cover sometimes. And goodness knows, I have a ton of Amazon bubble mailers that I can repurpose for covers. And generally, those are single signature ones. All right. Come on. Don't split my thread. Okay, you are not in the center. There we go. And I think you split my thread, but we'll fix that. Oh, my kitty is at my feet. I hear you, baby girl. All right, we're going to pull it good and tight. Make sure that there's no, yep, pull it good and tight. Now, the question is, do I leave a little bit at the top and maybe have a dangle come down? And I'm going to say yes. I can always trim it later if that doesn't work out. Okay, come here. Yeah, I know, but mommy's filming, so you have to go over there. Go lay down. Okay. That's my kitty, Lacey, and she loves being up on my desk. I kind of want it this way. And I'm going to do a little bow. And I always double knot. Probably because, when you raise a bunch of kids, tennis shoes, always double knot. Now she's made herself very comfy over here on the side, so she can take her little nap. Okay, I'm going to leave this for now, and then I'll determine what I want to do later. Okay. Done. That is in. Now, just to make it easier on me, I put the clips just to kind of hold it. I don't know if this one's going to work. It's funny, my kitty over here is looking at me like, why aren't you brushing me? Because usually when she gets up on my desk, I brush her. Okay. And if I don't feel like the cereal box is thick enough, I double it up. I've done that too. Double it up. Yes, Melanie, are you new to journaling? They also add the great, yes, love the brown. Also use their brown paper bags too. The closest I get to creating my own planners is in a composition notebook. Aw, well, I'm glad you're here. You will have so much fun. Yes. I first learned by watching Lori Dean. Yeah, I'm fixing the name drop right now. Lori Dean's my bestie. That's my best friend. She's here somewhere. She's probably resting. Yep. Love that lady. Oh. All right. So in through the middle. I really do have the most well-behaved cat. I do journal, but the notebook's already made and bound. I would love to make something like this at some point. Um, Melanie, I have a lot of videos on my YouTube doing things from start to scratch. If you look, I have two. The bee journal I did from start to scratch, and the denim journal I did from start to finish. I don't know why I'm saying start to scratch. Start to finish. And those are on the YouTube channel. So those are great videos to watch to learn. Okay, did I do this right? See, this is what happens when I'm talking. In, out, down, yes, and back around. All right, good job. Okay. Okay, I can let go of you now. You're making it weird. And it is nowhere near as complicated as I make it look. One, I'm blind. I'm gonna have my glasses on, but I have new glasses on the way because my prescription changed, and sometimes seeing things up close is difficult. So just bear with all my flipping and flopping. Nope, you're gonna split that. Get out. There we go. And up and over. Ha. And really, you can't really mess it up, because if you feel like it's not right or whatever, you can always cut the strings and do it again. All right, pull tight. So we can see that these are good and tight. There's no play in them. Doing not. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I getting in your way, little Miss Lacey? My kitty Lacey. I've had her a little over a year. No, not quite a year. Anyway, doesn't matter. But I had my Ko-fi members name her, and it was Miss Lena, actually, who came up with her beautiful name. I wanted something junk journal related, but that didn't sound ridiculous for a cat name. I wish my cat would stay off to the side like yours does. My orange will plop down on whatever notebook I'm using and then bat at my pens. She does plop down. I think I've trained her well, though. Like, she knows. She knows that she has to lay to the side and not get on my stuff. Okay, I'm going to scroll up for a bit because I feel like I've missed half conversations. Okay, I got that. Lori D makes the prettiest comp. Oh my God, she does. I have some of hers. They're so beautiful. Thank you, Melanie. I would love for you to check them out. Yeah, I figured you were resting, sweetie. We got to chit chat earlier today, but I had to go take Kaylin to work, and that was that. I had to do that one-on-one. I had to do that on one I was working on. The pages tore through, had to redo the whole signature. Yeah, it happens sometimes. Okay, so this one is together. All right, now I have to give her a little pet because she's feeling very neglected. Okay, now I know that I need to find that wraparound pocket that I did. So see, it's sewn in. And I feel like because I'm not putting glue here, that's smushing out. Because a lot of times when you do a wraparound pocket the other way, you're gluing it down and you're losing at least a finger width of usable space. And I thought, you know what, maybe this way we won't lose that that space when we're trying to put in a tag or a pocket. So we'll see. You know, theoretically, it's supposed to. I'm just going to glue this down. There we go. And a pocket. And so I really like the tall skinny. Me too. I really do like them. And the good thing about a tall skinny is when you have papers like this, like I love using vintage papers, like authentic vintage papers. And a lot of times when you're doing the regular journal, and I'm like, do I even have a regular journal for the newbies who don't know what a regular journal is? So a regular journal would be like this size, just more signatures, but it's this size. So this is, your papers get folded in half instead of the other way, right? So when you have them like this and you try to fold papers like that, you can't read them. So I really like, especially when I put in a lot of vintage, to use the tall skinny. Like this whole thing, you can read it if you wanted to. Love it. But y'all know I love using vintage items, and I really should have done this the other way. I've got to remember. So this is an envelope, okay? The problem with it being this way instead of on the other side is whatever I tuck in here, it's going to be difficult to get out because it's going to be up against that. But, you know, live and learn. I probably will trim it down a little bit so I can make it work for me. I'm looking for the other part of the pocket. And here we are. Oh, that is interesting. So when you sew it in, the pockets and you don't glue it, you can, I could have glued it to this page or this page, right? And so here I've glued it to this page. So theoretically, I should glue it to this page, but I could make a pocket on this side. Yeah, you're right. I could do that, Rose. Thank you. So that is a very cool little coinky dink that I didn't think about. Or, well, I mean, I did the notch. Or you could just leave it like this and just have like a little flippy floppy journal space, but I'm going to make it a pocket. And I think I'm going to be a rebel and I'm going to put the pocket on this side. No. Yes. Just making up my own rules because you know what? My journal, my rules. And I don't have any rules. I just do what feels good, what makes me happy, what I like. Oh, do you hear a noise? She hears a noise. She is like a meerkat. If there is any kind of noise, she perks up. All right, so we have that, and then I can decorate that. Okay, next, I know I have the same thing over here. So I definitely want the butterfly to be on the outside of the pocket. Now notice I'm putting glue on the paper and not the pocket because it does extend out a bit. And I don't want to glue the edge of the envelope and then it not be on the paper. So I am gluing the edge of the paper. And like a ding dong, I'm not paying attention. This is an envelope, a pocket, and it needs to go at the bottom as well. And none of y'all caught that. And I wasn't gluing down the bottom. I'll have to go back and do that. Okay, see, this is what happens when I'm talking. I have never sewed in a pocket. Yes, I am a rebel. Okay, so we have that one. And here's the other one. I like the butterflies. So I don't know. I'm really liking these dots on this yellow map page. I really think I like that. Yep, that's what we're doing. Yep, 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 yep. Ducky, anyone? Yep, 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 yep. I love the option that's sewing it in. I think I'm going to redo my wraparound, rethink my wraparound pockets. Um, I love the dots on the yellow map page. I know it looks so good. And I'm just going to leave that like that. I'm not going to even trim it off. Okay, where are the pockets that I forgot to put down? Like I would put something in here and it would just come right down in the bottom and I wouldn't even remember why. All right, now that will be a pocket. And that is a pocket. Perfect. All right, now all of that is done. Okay, now what? I have made a belly band. Let's see what we're gonna do with this belly band. So the video on how I made this belly band will come out tomorrow. Okay, so tomorrow at 7 o'clock. That's when my videos come out. So this is the belly band that I made. It is working envelopes. So I do need to find some stuff to put in there. And this is a piece of fabric ribbon that I just glued onto some cardstock to give it stability. And yeah, so let's see where we're going to put this belly band. I'm going to start from the back. You know what's so cool is I think it would look good there instead of weighing down the papers. But we'll see. Oh, and for those who came in late, I added this. So I sewed a doily onto a piece of my cardstock, and now that's going to be like a pocket. So cute. I need to order those templates. Oh yeah, y'all need to order the templates. I will show you what I'm talking about momentarily. So I added this one. So I sewed that on, and then I did a reel today, and it's on the Facebook group and in all the places. Taking napkins and turning it into paper. So I did that one. I just sewed it because I can and I like it. All right, now back to our regularly scheduled program, the belly band. Now, I did not measure the length of this before I did it, so I know I need to trim off some of the top and the bottom. There we go. It's still going to hang a bit. I'm okay with it. I'm okay. I'm going to have it hang off the top a little bit more. There we go. So that is where I'm going to put my belly band, and then we'll just slide some pretties underneath it. All right, Glenda. Let me get Glenda out and warmed up, and I will show you the templates. Now, I do have them kind of, you have to turn on, baby. There we go. Okay, so this is my template. So this is one. It's curved because of the way I stored it. And so that is an envelope. And these are the envelopes. And I'll show you how they work. But also in 2.0, I have the layered pockets. And you know what? We'll make some of those, and I'll show you how those work. So we'll make some layered pockets for this journal. And then we have a couple of different pockets. So one of these pockets and a few different tags. But the majority of the things in 2.0 are the envelope templates, because not everyone has an envelope punch. Not everyone, has what are those called? Die cuts, that kind of thing. And so I thought, you know what? Let's make a template. And then I'm going to show you what makes the templates ridiculously awesome. All right. So belly band only gets glued down bottom and top. I know that's going to hang a bit, so I'm going to go down a bit. Okay, so that is good to go. I'm going to put her back up because I don't have room on my desk for her at the moment. I'm so excited for Templates 2.0. Yes, and they were so interesting to try to make. All right, so if you don't know why templates are so great, let me get out my, there they are. I need to print some more of my fall papers, but this is what I have left that I haven't used. Okay. So this is a teeny tiny envelope, and I have one on my desk that is from this template, and this is how little it is. So you can see it's just a teeny weeny envelope. These are so cute. So that is what this one produces. And then this is the one I used for the belly band. This one, but let me show you, right? So, and the templates don't come with this black line. I did this after the fact with just a Sharpie, right? So it stays. But what this is you can take your template and you can move this around and make sure you get exactly what you want on the center of your envelope. Now, this is a terrible page to try to do that with because everything is too close to the edge. Okay, so let's stick with this one. All right. So see this butterfly? I can line this. Nope, not that one because it's too close to the edge. This butterfly, I can line that up right there and know that this is going to be in the center of my envelope. So I just trace around, cut it out, fold it, and I have an envelope. Like I said, I've used a lot of my papers. And all these pretty things are to the edge. Now I could use like these smaller, like that one could do that. And, really, like I could do it this way and then stop, because it'll fit, right? And then I know that this is what it's going to look like in the center. So let's do that. I think that would actually look good. So let's make an envelope. But I have the ones with the pockets and the tags. And it's all the same concept. You get to place it on the pretty paper, and it ensures that the items that you want, I don't have the pencil over there, the items that you want are exactly where you want them. There's no guessing with these clear templates. They are machine cut, so they are precise. I don't hand cut them because that is a hard no. Sorry, I know I get super quiet when I'm concentrating. All right. So put that up there. Get the scissors. For me, I have found if I just cut out the square and then the notches, it's easier. But, you know, I'm also challenged, so there's that. Okay, put you to the side. Oh yeah, let me finish this. We're just gonna cut the notches. Now I do, you know, there are pencil marks and you can do one of two things. You can erase them, obviously, or if you're going to ink it up, generally, depending, I mean, if you're using a darker ink, it covers up the pencil marks, but you do what you're comfortable with. I am going to ink it up. I'm just going to go all the way around. All right, so another trick I have learned with these is don't lose your bone folder. Okay, I have this one, but I was looking for... Ah, there it is. Aha, this one. Okay, so if you take the tip of your bone folder and carefully go from the inside notch to the inside notch, kind of like that. It's like scoring it. It just makes it easier to fold. But I will say if you get off track a little bit, it does make the fold wonky. So you just have to kind of, you know, do what you're comfortable with. So here we go. And then we're going to fold it in. Again, that little last part is just a personal preference that I have learned for myself. And I'm okay if my envelopes are a little wonky. Like, I'm not selling them. And that one is a little wonky. You need to not be. There we go. All right. And glue. Let me make sure that's right side up. Nope. Well, this needs to go. Okay, so this, I'm glad I looked. I would have been upset having an upside down. There we go. So that is the envelope. Okay, where are we at? Her steampunk strips, those are pretty. Yeah, I do have collage strips in there too. Love the doily. Oh, thanks. Trying to use those up in my things. I need to order templates. Where am I at? Okay, got that. Thank you guys. So cute, thanks. Are there still advent boxes? I know they were going quickly. There are a few left, and I know people just wait until closer to time because they use them or get them as Christmas presents for themselves or for somebody else. So, yeah, they will go. Like, they will sell out. They do every single year. I start early so I can start prepping and preparing the advent boxes. I was going to do something with this. I'm looking for the journal. Oh, here it is. Nope, that's not the journal. Where is the journal? Oh, here it is. I told y'all I have a Craft-A-Lanch over here. All right, so this little envelope, I don't know if, see, it's not quite big enough. I think I need, well, I don't know. I could put a couple under here, but I think I'd rather do a journaling card in there. But this could definitely, oh, look at that. So this could go right on the outside of this, but I could glue this part down, right? So I would glue that and it'd be a flip up, and then you could put something in there. So you still see this. It's like a little hidden journal space. How cute. Let's do that, right? Think long, think wrong. That's what my father and all used to say all the time when we were playing cards. Think long, think wrong. We're just going to glue this down. Just like so. And there we have it. We have a little flip up. Super cute. Love it. Love it, love it. All right, let's make a tag. Okay. So, oh no, I said I was going to do some, I don't know that these layered pockets are going to work because they're so much wider than the tall skinny. Let's do a tag. Put these back where they belong, otherwise they'll be everywhere. Don't forget to like the video, the live. Yes, that's very helpful. It lets YouTube know that I have something to offer because people are liking it. Okay, this one won't fit in there, but these will. 1, 2, where is baby 3? All right, envelope. Okay, tags. Let's see. This tag is in 1.0 where it has the little divots out of it. And then it was requested to have the same size tag, but that had the squared off ends. So let's do this one. Let's do that tag. Now I think I can definitely make a mess. You go there. Why is everything everywhere? It's the Craft-A-Lanch. Okay. Now I want this and that in there for sure. So I'm going to pull it all the way down. I'm going to scoot it over a bit. Oh, I guess if I need to get y'all on the thing. So this is letting, see how I can slide it over and I know how close this is, how close that is, center it up a little bit. I could even make it to where this butterfly is all the way at the bottom. So I'm going to do it just like this. Okay, and that's to the side. I love this junk journal stuff. Thank you. Y'all inspired me to get to crafting. Been spending the last 15 to 20 minutes making a mini junk sketch journal out of a printer. And oh, good. Good. Get to crafting. I hope you're inspired. If you are not part of the Facebook group, make sure that you go join. It's Junk Journal with Steph's Design Space. It's a great place to get inspired and to inspire others. Post all of your creations. Because you never know when someone may be like, oh my God, that inspired me to make something gorgeous and beautiful. Okay, so we have the tag. and the stripes on the other side. How fun is that? Okay, ink, ink, ink. Inking is life. Oh, and round the corners. Okay, so we have that. And this ribbon just happens to be sticking out. So I think I'm going to use that as at the top. And let me see. One of my favorite stamps. Oh, reach. Ah. Can we make sure it's not going to be upside down? Cannot even tell you how distressing that is when that happens. There we go. So we have that. Just a little. Let me put that back. One of these days you're going to hear this loud crash because all my stuff is going to go off the end of my desk. Where's my little baby dots? Here they are. Okay, that's good enough. So it gives it a little pizzazz without adding weight. Because, you know, this is just cardstock. Just joined on. Aw, thanks, Melanie. Ro, did you approve her? Okay, now I need to punch a hole. And because of this, I'm going to do an eyelet. Gold is fitting. Alrighty. That's about center. Told you I have to twist and turn everything 1,000 times. Approved. Thank you. All right, so we have that is on there. And you are so welcome. Thank you for joining us. You'll have so much fun crafting. It's on top. It's on top. I know I haven't cut it. I want to make sure I have enough, but not too much. Because I hate wasting it. So pretty. So I'm trying to be very frugal. Ah, perfect. There we have it. How gorgeous is that? It is so gorgeous. So gorgeous. All right, let's see. Do we want it in there? That would be a very good tuck. That's a flip out. So I'm going to glue. So this is the flap of an envelope. So the envelope part is on the other side. And I really just want this as a tuck. So I'm just going to do this little bit on this side, this little bit here. So it's like a little mini pocket. And that fits in there just right. You will fit in there just right. And if it doesn't, if I find later that I'm like, I really don't like it, I'll move it. I don't like the gaping part. I don't want to glue too much because then it'd be hard to get it in and out. So it's just like knowing your limits. It'd be my luck I glue it in there. Maybe if I add something right there to kind of weigh it down, it may help, but we'll worry about that another day. Closing it may also help. Okay, guys, that is the crafting for tonight. So if you have any questions, go ahead and ask them while I'm like clearing off my desk. Happy to answer questions. Happy to help. That's what I do. I love doing. Makes me so happy. Rick Rack. Ooh, look at you. Y'all, I have to hide my cat's treats, and I hid them in my lace drawer before she could chew them open. I need to move them over here though, because that lace drawer is full. Okay, Rick Rack is such a good idea, and I know for a fact that I have orange Rick Rack. See, I'm so happy that I cleaned out and organized all of my stuff. Aw, thank you, Melanie. I can't wait to see all the things that you create. Oh, is this going to be long enough? You know what? Serendipity. Look at that. Kind of like it on the edge, right? I like it on the edge. Okay, that's what we're going to do. I need this mat. Okay. I don't want the glue to get everywhere. And then I need something to lean this up against. Here, will you work? Yes. Ah, perfect. Okay, and then I need Glenda. It was meant to be, right? All right, come on, Glenda, you're up. Glenda is my hot glue gun. For anybody new here, wondering why she keep calling Glenda. It is my hot glue gun. Okay, I want this on the edge. I think it will look really great. It also means I'm going to have to take my time and glue it. Where is... right here. I think I want this one. Good night, Krista. Oh, she said she's going to be... I'm visiting my family. Ooh, where are you going to be, Krista? Where's Miss Krista going to be in Texas? You going to be close to me? Okay. I'm going to start right here. Oh, Houston. All right. I'm not far from Houston. I'm in Sugarland. So message if you want to meet for coffee or anything, and we'll see if we can make that happen. That would be fun. I love to meet the people who support me. Poor Chris, I just put her on the spot. I think my brother's oh, that's interesting. You'll have to message me. We'll have to see where they are and what we can do. Maybe we can meet for coffee. She's probably thinking, I don't want to meet a strange person. I love visiting Texas. Make sure to visit Buc-ee's. Yes. Okay. And a wee bit right there. And we are done. All right, Glenda, thank you for your service. That would be cool. And my granddaughter actually works for a really cool coffee shop right down the road. So I'll get her to make us some coffees. Okay, and pull this out very gently because this is why I put this under there, because I knew that the glue would kind of seep and stick to whatever was underneath it. And we didn't want it to stick to the page. There we go. Okay, let's trim this off. Texas, Buc-ee's, and stuff. Aww. Okay, now we're going to put this back in here. I still feel like it needs something. Maybe a little stamping. But not right now. I'll have to think about that. See, I glued it a bit too much. There we go. I think that's gonna work. There we go. And there we have it. So I think I need to put some stamps or script or something down the center, but we will work on that another time. You know that retreat's going to be in June next year, guys. The one that we went to. Okay, guys, that is it. Do you want to recap? Do you want a quick flip through? Okay, I'll do a quick flip through. All right. So this is the inside pocket. These are all pockets. I really should make... That's not going to fit. I really should make some tags. Oh, here we go. So that's a pocket. That's a pocket. That's a pocket. And that's a pocket. I use a lot of authentic vintage papers, and then I decorate with, so I use vintage papers, and then I decorate with the cardstock and the stuff like that, right? So this is all vintage napkin, letterheads, and then this folds out. So this will be, I will do something. I'm thinking I might gesso part of it so it can be written on. I don't know. We'll figure something out. I'm leaving this, though. That is too cool. So that's going to stay. I may just cover that up for journaling. And then we just made that. And this is this is very, very thin paper. And then this is just a receipt. I don't remember for what. It was for a service station. So that's in there. And I may make that a pocket. Some handwriting paper. And then the flip side of all of that, they spent $19.68, and this was back in 1956. And that's why I think it's so cool. I love leaving that stuff so you can read it. And this is the other half of that garden thing. So it flips and folds out. Our little pocket that we made. This is just the first signature. So that is the first signature. And then this is the second signature. And a signature is like the booklet that goes together. Who Ro is? Yes. Ro is Rochelle. We several of the ladies that are in the chat right now watching are also members of my Ko-fi membership, and so we're like a close-knit family. This was from a key map. And we have that and this really thin paper, dictionary paper, coffee dyed paper, the envelope, my little belly band, this fun little thing, and that's it. So those are the two signatures. All right. So thanks for hanging out with me, and if y'all need anything, you know where I'm at. Make sure you follow me in all the places. Check out the website and the Ko-fi, and everything is under Steph's Design Space. If you have any questions or you can't find what you're looking for, reach out. We'll be happy to help you. And until next time, y'all have a blessed night. Bye.